spirituality. My name is Raymond West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about what types of foods we should give to our ancestors or gods during a ritual offering ceremony, and the kind of position we should take concerning this. I need to talk about this topic today because there have been a lot of controversies. When I go online, like the other day, I was on TikTok. I saw different people giving food to ancestors, calling ancestors food, ancestors food. What I was seeing is that people were giving only a certain kind of food. They are calling that food ancestors food, and this food is the food from their culture. Only their cultural food is fit for every ancestors, according to them, because this is what they know. So I saw a lot of videos of people pounding and grinding some kind of food that I have not even seen in my life before. They're calling it ancestors food, and they are saying that if you want to give your ancestors food offering, you must give them that very thing that they are doing. So I saw these videos and I looked at the videos. I was a bit confused and curious at the same time, but I know what they are doing. So I wanted to talk about this video. What they are, I'm not saying they are wrong, but they are right. Okay, in their own mentality, view, opinion, they are right. But I want us to broaden the issue in this very topic because it's a serious issue. Must we give only one type of food to our ancestors, or must we only give food from a specific culture or only a specific tribe to our ancestors when we may not be from that very tribe or culture? This is what I want to address today on this video. But before then, of course, let's do our customary libation to our ancestors, our individual and collective ancestors. So please, by all means, bring out your whiskey, your wine, your cognac, your bourbon, your ogogoro, your brukutu, your akpeteshi, your sapele water, your monkite, your lime and linka, your coke. Bring out anything. I'm not encouraging you guys that you should be like me. Okay, anything that you have. It's not everybody that like whiskey. It's not everybody that like brukutu. It's not everybody that like cognac or vodka. Me, it's not every kind of drink I like. So the one that I like is the ones that I will use. And mostly the ones that I use are the ones that are native to me or original to me, or I feel a specific connection to. You can call it psychological connection. You can also call it emotional connection. Okay, so you can use anything. Me, I just flow. Today I'm using this one. This is a new Nigerian cognac, authentic Nigerian cognac. They call it Dreaden or something. Dreader, Niger special. You can see the green, white, green. It's cognac made in Nigeria. So I saw it in the store. I saw it in ShopRite, so I bought it. I kind of like it. Tastes very nice. If you want to drink cognac, you're in Nigeria. I don't know the people I'm advertising their drink for them. Oh. I don't know them. Oh. They didn't pay me. Oh. But it tastes good. Okay, so meets I will say international standards. Good cognac. Not bad for chilling out and not bad to give to your ancestors. It's a little bit pricey, but under 10K you will get it. So I got this cognac. First Niger cognac I am seeing. So not bad for the people that produce it, not try. But to be better. So please bring out anything you bring. It's not that you're going to drink cognac like me. In my own culture, I am from the Urobo, from Niger Delta. Our own, they like this kind of thing where we're hot drink. Now they brew hot drink. Now we get ogogoro, part of the culture of Urobo people. in Nigeria is to brew a very strong alcohol. We call it ogogoro ugofi. Now our cultural drink with that. Okay, it's part of our heritage. So this has been with us. We brew the strongest all drink in the whole of Nigeria. Now we they produce ogogoro for the whole of Nigeria. Our ogogoro is the strongest. It's more stronger than Russian vodka. So it's part of our culture, but we are not drunkards. Okay, we need to misbehave when we drink. But it's part of our culture to brew this. So it's natural that I give this kind of drink to our ancestors because this is what they are used to. This is their legacy. This is what they have been drinking for thousands of years. So if I want to do libation to my ancestors from my Urobo tribe, my lineage, we use ogogoro, we use sapele water, we use cognac, strong drinks like this. It's used to us. Okay, so this is what I use. But if it's not from your culture, you can still use the things that your people have used to. You can use those kind of drinks that they are used to. Can be beer, can be soft drink, can be fruit juice, can be water. Okay, it's from your lineage, from your bloodline, your heritage. You can use those ones. So it's not necessary that because I'm using strong alcohol, you must use strong alcohol. But there's also a spiritual dimension to this because alcohol have the capacity to stop something from decaying. Okay, it has that capacity. We use it in science to preserve cadavers. Even some people use it for embalming. In the ancient time, in my culture, we use alcohol to embalm dead bodies. When somebody dies, what they do is that they will connect a pipe into their mouth, then they will turn about 4 liters of alcohol, strong alcohol, into the stomach of that person. Then they will block the nose with the mouth, and so the mouth, they block the nose and the ears. That body can stay on the ground for about a month, more than a month, it will not decay due to the alcohol inside the stomach of that person. Some cultures still use it today to embalm in the village. They still use it to embalm today in some part of Nigeria. So it has that ability to stop something from decaying, and it has the ability to dissipate into the ether. And spirits kind of like this alcohol, and it kind of charges them or empowers them, strengthens them. So we use it for spiritual work to summon the ancestors. It is very, very effective for summoning spirits. That's why they call it spirits. We drink it. It's something you use to summon ancestors in Africa. It's part of the culture anyway. So you can go with the flow. It doesn't mean that you have to drink like me. So please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to initiate you into what you don't know or what you don't like. This is just our cultural thing. Something we do here. Okay? So let's go with the flow. So first of all, I'll be calling upon Baroski, aka Eshu, Papa Legwa and Legbara, the primus inter pares, the first among equal. I give you your drink today. I acknowledge you as the opener of the way. I ask that you open the gates for the rest of the gods, of the other spirits, our ancestors to come through into this physical world, to be with us today, to guide us in this section. I ask that your love, that your guidance, your protection continue to be with us, and always give us the ability to make the right decision in any situation that we find ourselves in this life, in any crossroad. Enable us to make the best choice, make the best decision that will bring prosperity, love, happiness, and everything good to us. It's I call upon Oshun, mother of love, mother of divinity, mother of productivity, procreation, prosperity. I give you your drink today, mother of life. I ask that you come into this section, you bring your blessings upon us for as many as your children that are here with us today. Always be with them, meet them before or at the point of their needs. Put life to anything we are doing. Bless the work of our hands, bring prosperity to us, bring everything good to us. Let us always be the head and never the tail. Let us always get the upper hand in any situation we find ourselves. And let all good things that come from your kingdom always be around us and be with us for all eternity. I call upon Ogun, God of iron. I ask for your spirit to be upon us. Give us the power of inventiveness, the power of awareness, the power of discernment, the power of observation, the power to do great things, to inspire us, to motivate us, and to bring your will upon these heads. I call upon Obatala. I ask for everlasting wisdom, eternal wisdom, superior wisdom, wisdom to outwit our enemies, wisdom to live a fulfilled life, wisdom to be prosperous, wisdom to protect that which belongs to us. We ask for value, understanding, and we ask for unity and love among ourselves this day. It's, I call upon segments. I ask for economic wisdom, the ability of financial empowerment, or how to manage our finance and our human and natural resources effectively. I ask for your love and your blessing upon us. I call upon Eru. I ask for spirit of confidence, spirit of boldness, spirit to be able to do the things that needs to be done to bring wealth and prosperity for us. Spirit to be able to make the right move at the right time. Spirit to be able to dominate and protect what have value to us this day. It's, I call upon great spirits of our motherland, spirit like Ohore, Ojuriem, Ofuri, Ekwensu, Egbesu. I call upon spirit of Urumila, Obatala. I ask for your blessing to be upon us. And I ask for call upon spirits of the heads. Call upon Usin, Usinyi, Aziza. I ask for wisdom of the animal kingdom, of the plant kingdom, of the mineral kingdom. Teach us the secrets of the heads and empower us to succeed in this lifetime and the next. I call upon the spirits of the dead, spirit like Baron Semidi. I ask for wisdom. I call upon Santisma Movieti and Pooh. Give us the ability to manage our time effectively and efficiently upon this earth so that we can be able to be productive and be able to fulfill our destiny in this present lifetime. I ask that you guide us today. I call upon Jehuti. I ask for wisdom, internal wisdom, infernal wisdom, wisdom to ability to create the kind of life that we want, to create the kind of future that we want for ourselves and our children this day. I call upon great men and women that have come before us today. People like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Sister Francis, Inoko Rashidi, Thomas Sankara, Nelson Mandela, Fela Nicola Kokuti, Ivan Setima, Sheikh Anta Diop, Dr. John Eric Clark. Great men worthy of emulation. I give you your drink today. I ask that your spirit continue to point us in the right direction. I call upon those spirits of our brothers and sisters that have died in different wars, fighting for freedom and emancipation of Africa. People that nobody even remember their names, souls that are still crying for justice. I give you this drink today. I ask for comfort upon you, and I ask that your spirit should not rest in peace, but continue to rest in power. I ask that the blood of our ancestors, our collective ancestors, continue to speak for us, continue to cover us, continue to protect us, and to empower us to do greater things in this life. I give you this drink this day. People that died in the different slave trades, the Arab slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, people that died in many genocides in Congo, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Cameroon, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Angola, Sudan, all over Africa. I give you this drink today. I ask that the mothers and fathers of our great continent, the ascended ancestors of our continent, continue to guide our collective destiny and push us in the right direction to emancipate us from mental slavery, from neocolonialism, from evil enemies that are trying to pull us down. I give you this drink today. I ask for progress, for peace, for love, for unity upon the continent and upon every indigenous people in this world that stand for truth, justice, righteousness, and harmonious balance. We say this mighty prayer in the mighty name of Amen Ra, in the mighty name of Olodumare, in the mighty name of Ogene, in the mighty name of Ikwensu, in the mighty name of all our gods and goddesses of our African bloodline. It's Siagware. It's done. So I thank you for today, and very, very delighted. It's a pleasure. So today I'll be talking about the right kind of food to give to our ancestors. We have different tribes, different cultures, different indigenous people all over the world. And these people, of course, have different kind of foods that they eat, different kind of way of life that that they carry with them. So this is essentially what differentiates one culture from another culture, one tribe from another tribe. The main differences are number one, language, mode of dressing, mode of worship, and culture, food, customs, tradition. So when it comes to giving food to your ancestors, food offerings and rituals, which are part of our African spirituality practices, honoring of our ancestors. Why do we honor our ancestors? Because we want them to empower us, and we want to acknowledge them for the great things that they have done before, for the legacy that they have created on our behalf, for the things that they have taught us, for the life that they have given us, and for carrying us and bringing us into this world. So we honor them. It is a tradition of acknowledging the shame or the lineage of people that have come before us. It is something that we do to remember them, to connect ourselves to them, to preserve their legacy, to preserve their heritage, and to also carry it and pass the legacy to the next generation. So this is a natural thing that every culture does. Every culture, including the heathens, even the evil people that are oppressing us today, they also honor their ancestors. You can look at the so-called Caucasian people, you look at their so-called evil people that they sent to enslave us, they also honor those people. People like Thomas Jefferson, uh, you know that Jimmy Carter, this kind of people, and all this they are Mungo Park, Mary Selenso, people that they sent to enslave, Captain Cook, they sent to enslave, capture, and kill people from other lands. They also honor these people. It's their ancestors. When you look at Christianity today, you will see they have a long list of saints from that culture. They say these are disciples of Jesus Christ. You will see St. Thomas, St. John, St. Peter, St. Anthony, St. this, even till tomorrow. They continue. Why are they canonizing these people? They are trying to honor the legacy. They are trying to honor the evil, wicked, demonic legacy of those people because they come from a bloodline of evil. So they are honoring these evil people. They are like telling these evil people, thank you for killing other people so that we can survive. Thank you very much for raping other people, for pillaging other lands, for having the inspiration to come to Africa to steal from Africans so that we can have food to eat. We thank you. This is what they are doing when they give offerings. Oh, we thank you, St. Peter, for coming to Africa, for killing innocent African children, for murdering, for stealing, for looting. We thank you very much. We remember the bad things that you did so that we can survive. We thank you for stealing money from other people. We thank you, King Leopold, for killing over 15 million Congolese so that we can have the wealth that we have today. We thank you for doing this. We thank you for doing that. They are honoring the evil legacies of their ancestors. It is okay for them to do this because that they are apart from that lineage, a bloodline of thieves, of murderers, a criminal bloodline. They honor them today. This guy that created this racist theory, Charles Darwin, that said that men evolved from apes, that black people are monkeys, came from monkeys. Charles Darwin, that evil scientist. They have a university, Charles Darwin University in Australia. Can you imagine that they name a whole university after that evil person? They have Charles Darwin University in Australia. This is done to honor him for bringing racism into science, into this world. They give him honor. And yet you will see black people applying to go to study in Charles Darwin University in Australia because they want a better life. And the matter be that. So you see these things they are trying to do, honoring their ancestors in various names, remembering their names, their bloodline. We too, from Africa, we also need to honor our own ancestors, our heroes that fought for us. That's why we keep on mentioning names of people like Muhammad Ali, people like Malcolm X, people like Marcus Garvey. We are also honoring our legacy, our freedom fighters, our people that stood against oppression. We call their names every day. We have to immortalize them so that future generations will look upon them as role models that we should emulate. These people are like lights in this world, beacon of lights. People like Harriet Tubman, great people that withstood the oppression, withstood the the evil forces that were trying to eradicate us, and they were able to make a difference, to make a change, even with their life. So these are our heroes. We should not forget them. We will always remember them. As far as we call their names, we do our libations, their power, their influence will still continue to play upon this physical world. And then we keep on fighting for us. And we will also be fighting to create a better world as well. The struggle continues. So when it comes to food offering, what kind of food do we give to the ancestors? This is the topic I want to talk today. When you're presenting food for your ancestors, it should be based on your culture. Okay, let's say I am from Jamaica now, or the Maroon tribe of Jamaica. I am sure they have their own traditional foods that they give to their ancestors, that they have been eating, that is native, indigenous to Jamaica. So it's only natural that when presenting foods to your original, authentic Jamaican ancestors, those native traditional food will be the best option for you to give to them, because the spirit of that land, that is what they were used to, where they were living in this physical world, and that is what they know. So for me, for instance, it will not make sense for, if you are from Jamaica, to go and be mixing black beans, ira, and amala and ewedu that Yoruba people in West Africa used to give to their ancestors for those Jamaican people. Except that the original Jamaican ancestors, you can trace them to West Africa, particularly to Nigeria. Okay? Then it will go well. So we have this issue whereby you will see some people online, they will say that this particular food from my culture is the food that you're going to give to all ancestors in the world. For me, in my own opinion, this is not exactly true, because we have different ancestral ancestors or cultural ancestors. Take mine, for example, from the Urobo tribe in Delta State. Our native food comprises of, for those people in Nigeria, of course, we would have known what they call starch and ogwo, yellow, yellow, yellow times yellow. Then we have pepper soup ukodo, goat meat pepper soup. You can mix it up. Then we have a bar and different kind of indigenous food that we eat from my culture. So if I want to give food to my ancestors of my bloodline, those traditional foods are the foods that I will prepare for them, because this is what my fathers, my forefathers have been eating, and this is what they are used to. Plantain pepper soup, or yam pepper soup, ukodo, starch and ogwo. These are the main kind of food I should prepare for them. Eba with better banga soup, mix am with better nakam with better meat, fresh meat, or any kind of fish you want to use. Okay, powerful, expensive fish. You give it to them, and of course your ogos must always dey corner, because we need to take that one play. Your ogos will be there, then your cola nuts will be there, your bitter cola may be there, your alligator pepper may be there. This is what they will eat. We call them food of the gods. This is the traditional food that people in my culture they use anytime they want to do a ceremony, either a marriage ceremony, burial ceremony, naming ceremony, any kind of ceremony. Kola nuts have to be there. Okay, alligator pepper have to be there. This one, ogogoro, has to be there. Okay, so these are the things that they use in our traditional and spiritual ceremony. So when giving food to the ancestors of my lineage, I must present these items because this is what they know. This is what they recognize. This is what they can connect to. This is what they identify with. This is what their spirit answers to. So it's only natural that all these elements must be present in that ceremony for the ceremony to be successful and to be complete. So all these things goes with them. So if somebody now is from another culture now, maybe a Native American person or in Canada, in America, wants to connect with their ancestors authentically, I am also sure that there are also some elements that they use in that land that is original to them, that is native to them, that they will also that must be present in that ceremony for it to be effective. Do you get me? The same thing with other tribes. Let's say somebody is Yoruba, like Yoruba people in Nigeria, my neighbors here. Some of their own rites involve them using black beans, ira, for their ancestral food. It is very common. Ewedu, this is their native traditional food, and some other kind of elements. So when they are giving food to their ancestors, this is the only thing they know. It is from that culture. So that does not mean that every other culture must do the same thing, because not every ancestors eat the same food. So this now comes to the problem now that if we are not doing ancestral or offering for somebody, what kind of food should we give to that person's ancestors? This is a major problem. And many of them, due to, let's say, spiritual illiteracy or lack of deep understanding, they don't understand this. They give the same food that they give to their ancestors to every other ancestors, including people in America, black Americans, white people, anybody that comes to them, they give them only that food. It's not supposed to be so, okay? Some ancestors may reject that food. Imagine somebody that comes from the lineage where they don't know what is stash. They have never eaten stash and go all their life. Then you say you are doing ancestral offering for that person. You now go and prepare stash and go for the ancestors of that person. What do you think will happen? If they arrive, do you think they will eat that food? People will not know what they call stash. You go, they carry stash, give them. Then they will not understand what is going on, and the offering may not be well received. That kind of thing. So it's very, very important that when you're giving offerings, especially to people that are not from your culture, try to understand their culture and know or find out the type of foods that or elements that they use in that culture. Then you can be able to present it as part of the offering to make it authentic and organic. Okay, for instance, when I do these food offerings for people, black Americans, people in diaspora, other parts of the world, especially in America, when they say do ancestral offering for me, what I normally include most is chicken, rice and chicken, because I know that rice and chicken is indigenous to them, and they eat it a lot, and there are people there, they are used to eating chicken, rice, meats. They eat it a lot over there. So it's not something that the spirits will reject. So me going to cook, stash, and grow my own cultural food for their ancestors, it not really makes sense. So, okay, I need to do something that the spirits over there can identify with, waiting their papa know, waiting their mama know. Those kind of food where they eat for America. Now those type of food, now I go prepare for the person ancestors. And of course, I will drop this one beside it. Then I will now blend it with my own additional items so that my own ancestral ancestors can connect with that person ancestral ancestors to bridge the gap and let everything go smoothly so that both spirits can work together. But the main stuff will be for those people. So I need to prepare food items from that land. And mostly rice is very popular all over the world. Everybody eats rice, I am sure. Almost everybody eats chicken, I am sure. and other things too. This one is almost everybody have alcohol too, I am sure. So all this come together, blended with some of my own local elements, we help to activate and bring this thing into friction, so that I can be able to connect with the spirits of this person, the bloodline, the lineage. I can connect, and they can be able to accept the food or the offerings that I prepare for them. Okay, at least this is the way I do my own. So it does not really make sense that because your ancestors are used to black beans and ewedu, that you must give ewedu to everybody that come to you, every spirit that come to you. No, 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 no. You are doing it wrong if you do it like this. Okay. So if somebody in America want to give food to their ancestors, if they do not have ewedu and black beans, are you saying that they cannot do their own ancestral offering? That they must come and buy ewedu and black beans or uba before they will give food to their ancestors for America? It does not make sense now. People that have been dying in America for 1,000 years, 2,000 years ago, 500 years ago, they don't even know what is uba. They don't know what is ewedu. What they know is the things they have been eating in America. The food that they have been eating in America, this is what they know. So if you want to give them ancestral offering, those are the foods that you should give them. Okay? But some people will be online saying that if you want to do ancestral offering, you must come and buy one native food from their tribe in Nigeria that the person does not even know how to cook, how to go the A and B of the whole thing, because they will give food to their ancestors. This is wrong. Okay? God is everywhere. We can connect to God or divinity with any elements, any natural elements, in any part of the world. So I believe God is also in America, and the ancestors is also in America. So American people should be able to connect with their own ancestors with any element that they can find there. Be it rice, be it water, be it even burger. Anything that they eat there, they should be able to use it to give offering. Okay? So this now brings the point I usually tell people, that the best kind of ancestral offering should be the one that you do by yourself. And that is why it's imperative that you must cook the food. If you want to give food to your ancestors, it's something that you need to cook by yourself, prepare. This one is more effective. Not that you go and buy rice from KFC or Mr. Biggs or McDonald's, that you go and put it and say, I bring food for the ancestors, McDonald's chicken, McDonald's rice. That one will not really make sense. So. But some people do it like that. After all, offering and offering, that's what they say. Okay. But if you want to do something serious, your part of your energy, you need to cook it. Like in my own case, I cook my own food. I cook it. Part of the process of preparing the food is all part of the ritual. Going to the market, sourcing the materials, buying the stuff is all part of the ritual. Preparing the food, cooking, slicing, killing the chicken, frying it, boiling, it's all part of the rites. Okay? So by the time you do all this, put your energy, put your mind, it's like you have been collapsing everything into a point of unity, that when you now bring it, present it before the ancestors, that you start summoning and calling and invoking, doing your chant and conjurations, everything will just come out naturally. Or it's better than you just go and buy something, put down. There's no kind of emotional or spiritual connection to that kind of offering. So I tell people, it's best if you can do it yourself. It will be best, because only you know the kind of food people in your line, the kind of food your parents are eating, the kind of food your grandparents are eating. So you should know the kind of things that are original, authentic, or native to your lineage. So those kind of food is the kind of food that will be good for you to prepare for your ancestors. Okay? I cannot prepare stash and ogo and banga soup for your ancestors that don't even know what is banga soup. Okay? Except maybe they are connected to my own lineage in a way. So the best thing to do is to do the things that you know. If it's the rice and chicken that your people have been eating for the last three generations, you prepare your rice and chicken. It will work. So those people, it will work well. If it's whiskey, palm wine, prepare that one. It will work. Okay. So it's not necessary that, don't let somebody claim that because I am from Africa, you need to do it my way from my culture, or else you will not get results. That is a lie. Okay. So I see these videos. There are lots of them on YouTube, on TikTok. I was watching them. People are saying ancestors' food. Ancestors' food is food from their own culture. The only thing they know. Claiming if you want to do this, you must get this like this. Who told you that? People that don't know what is that thing you are doing, so they cannot give food to their own ancestors. Okay, does the Chinese people eat starch? Go and give starch to Chinese ancestors. Now they're going to reject it. They don't know what is starch. Okay, only my Yoruba people and a few people from Africa will know what is starch. Okay, so it does not mean that this thing that people are saying, give the food based on your own understanding and your own lineage. This is where you connect organically. Spirituality is a way of life. Okay, it's not supposed to be too difficult or overstressing you. If you're finding yourself and spending too much or giving you too much stress because you're practicing, then something is not going well. Okay, so this is the point that I am trying to make with this kind of food. The kind of food should be based on what your ancestors have been used to, what they have been eating. Okay, not based on something that they have no connection to. Imagine me trying to go and give them Indomie noodles to my African ancestors. They are going to throw it away. I'm going to take spaghetti and prepare as traditional food for my ancestors that don't know what is spaghetti. It not makes sense now. This is from China. They are not going to accept it. It will be rejected instantly. Okay? Spaghetti ancestors are the ones that we accept spaghettis for dinner or for offering. My ancestors are not ancestors of spaghetti. Okay? Or Indomie noodles. Okay? So this is the way I see it, you know. Blend the food based on your culture, based on your family lineage, based on what they are used to, and you will get results. Okay, you will get good results. So try this thing, do it by yourself, do it, follow your heart, follow your mind, follow your intuition, and give the kind of food. Okay, people contact me from time to time to help them do this. I do it. Before I do it, I talk to the person, I find out the kind of food that they eat in that culture, and I prepare that kind of food for the ancestors of that person, and they get results too. I cannot go and be preparing food that the ancestors of that person know nothing about. It does not make sense, and it will not work well. When the spirits come, they are going to reject it. Okay, so this is work that every spiritual person needs to know how to do, so that they can do it effectively, and everything will go well. Okay, so this is what I have to say on this topic. I don't know if what I say today makes sense. I would like to know your opinions or what you think about this topic today. I would like to know your opinions, comments and suggestions are welcome. Okay, so I thank you very much for being with me today, and I am very, very delighted as usual. Okay, and I have to talk about my book. Of course, I must talk about my book in every video so that people must know. So thank you very much, Mona Lisa. Yeah, I'm happy that it makes sense. Yes, yes. Cook the food according to your culture, your heritage, so you get results. Okay, do it like that. When you're giving your offering, adapt it to your lineage. You get good results. You will not cost you much. Don't follow other people, and don't waste your time with them. So if you have not gotten this book, Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension, you need to get the book. This is a book that connects you organically to our ancient Kemetic spirits. These are spirits of our African bloodline, spirits of transformation, of prosperity, of enlightenment, of illumination, of empowerment. With this book, you can be able to do spells. I have written, composed, and spells of conjuration, invocations that we you can use to invoke this spirit into your life, to invoke them into physical reality, to bring them into your sphere of influence, and to have a direct one-on-one connection with them. With this book, you don't need a middleman. You don't need to travel to Africa. You don't need to go to Egypt. You can do these rituals in your bedroom, in the privacy of your house, and you will get direct results. So it's a very powerful book, loaded with a lot of information that will open your eyes. But I won't reading the book alone. Your eyes will begin to open. Any scale of mental slavery will fall out of your eyes just by reading the book. It's a powerful book. Don't play with this book, okay? It's a gateway. I also included 50 spells on it for different kind of illness or arthritis, osteoporosis, high blood pressure, diabetes, those kind of things that affect our people. I included 50 formulas inside. It's a very good book. It's just $100, and you get this powerful book. It will solve many problems for you. With this book, you don't need to go far. You don't need to travel to Egypt. You don't need to buy plane tickets, to book hotel, to go and struggle for visa, to come to say you want to. You just get it and you connect easily. So I wrote this book for those people that want to connect to Kemetic deities, to African deities. You have this knowledge with you now, okay? There's no excuse not to know. Okay, African spirituality have textbooks. We have lots of textbooks nowadays. Okay, please. Then if you want to know about quantum physics too, origin of quantum physics, you want to know about time and space travel, you want to know about Gargut Grand Unified Almighty Theory, you want to know about the 666, the wormhole, the black hole, the evil forest and negative space, powerful subjects that will open your mind to the future. You want to know what they are planning, how the world is thinking, where we are going, all this African spirit, where are we going with this knowledge? What is the purpose of this knowledge? What is the essence? What can it do for me? How can I apply this thing to bring positive change, to bring prosperity? How can I apply this knowledge to make a difference? This is what this book is talking. The applications of African spirituality, the potentials, the benefits, the characteristics, everything you need to know, the interrelationship of African spirituality, quantum physics. You need to know about this, okay? So, powerful book. It's just $50 for this one. Everybody need to know we are now in the space age. Everybody is going to space now. Everybody is trying to build a spaceship. Now, why do we need to go to space? This book will prepare your mind, prepare your children for what is coming, so that they will not be JJC, they're not going to be Mugu. So start to prepare your bed today. This is it. And the way you make your bed, now you go lie down, put. Okay? Knowledge is power. Okay? Now wait, you not know, now your mate stay past you. So prepare yourself to do. This is why we are here. We are not here to play. We are here to really find out what is going on. Okay, when we talk about African spirituality, it's not about dancing and slaughtering of innocent farm animals. It's deeper than that. It's about knowledge. It's about power, empowerment. It's about creating a legacy, creating a better world, going, exploring the galaxy, and taking life to the place where there is no life. This is what we talk about African spirituality here. So we need to move beyond this local realm of politics and religion, those evil people that are trying to tie us to this planet, and we need to move above them. This is the knowledge that will take us to the point that we are going. This is the knowledge that will empower us. So we are in the business of knowledge here, the business of liberation, the business of empowerment. So these are the things that will empower you. We study, we find out what works, we take out the useful things, we throw away the superstition. So we are here to bring knowledge and wisdom, empowerment to people. So if you want to have access to this knowledge, all these books are researches that I have done in the past, okay? Researches that I have done. So I have articulated them here. This one have over 200 spells. Effective, powerful spell for love, for health, for prosperity, for protection. Okay, so they will help you. This one is just $100. Okay, you get this one. The three of them is just $300. Okay, so you will have this knowledge. Nobody can take it away from you. Okay, you have it, it's yours. You can decide to open your shrine, teach your children, spread the word. Your community, when they have problem, you can help them. Okay, this is why we are here, to help to make this world a better place. Okay, I'll be bringing a third book before the end of this year, maybe by December. That one will be how to create spirits, infernal spirits, how to bring them into this physical world. That will be a very powerful book. Again, we are going to be creating spirit children in this world. You can create them. They will be attached to you, attached to your bloodline. And it's all part of empowerment. So when you're coming back to this world again, you're coming better prepared. Okay, we are going to be creating spirit family, spirit children for our protection and a lot of things. So that book is coming out as well. This is where we learn all these things about African spirituality. So if you want to get these books, contact me. I have them here. Then if you want to also learn, I have a 6 months program I do. It's a master class. I'll teach you the history, the sciences, and how to make contact with the deities by yourself. Okay, it's just $600, $100 a month. It's affordable. You can try to register. There's a lot to learn. You have nothing to lose. Then if you want to buy your spiritual items, your meditation beads, your oracle or tarot readings, I do them. You want to buy things that are soaps, herbs, ointments, cowries, blackstone, thunderstone, and a lot of spiritual items. I sell them. Okay. Apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.